In small talk, what you don't say is as important as what you do say. You could be making simple mistakes that make you seem uninterested or even unkind without ever realizing it. These are not grammar mistakes. These are conversation mistakes that can damage your work relationships. The good news is they are very easy to fix. Today, we're showing you the top 5 small talk mistakes and giving you the exact 12 phrases you need to use instead. We want to make sure your professional English is always friendly and approachable. Let's start with mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is what we call the conversation killer. This is the mistake of giving incredibly short one-word answers to every question. Exactly. When someone asks, "How was your weekend?" and you reply, "Good," or they ask, "How are you doing?" and you say, "Fine," you are unintentionally signaling that you don't want to talk. You look closed off and, frankly, a bit cold, even if you're just trying to be efficient. If you want to sound engaging, you need to add a small detail and then immediately bounce the question back. This keeps the conversation rolling and shows you value the other person's input. We call this the detail plus reciprocation technique. Let's look at 3 great lines to fix the conversation killer. Instead of just "fine," try this. "Not too bad, but I'm really looking forward to the long weekend. What about you?" This is line 1. It shares a tiny piece of information, a detail, about the future, and then shifts the focus back to them. And for line 2, if you are genuinely busy, you can still sound warm. Try, "Pretty busy actually, but I just finished up that big report. How's your workload looking this week?" You acknowledged your state, but immediately offered a context clue that they can follow up on. And you ended with an open question. Here is line 3, useful if you want to shift the conversation away from work. "Can't complain. Did you catch the game last night?" This is a quick way to transition to a safe external topic, signaling that you are open to friendly chat. Remember, the key is avoiding that one-word stop sign. Always give a detail. Now let's move on to mistake number 2, the interviewer. This is a very common trap for English learners. They rely heavily on asking questions because they feel safer asking than initiating conversation or sharing information. So they ask, "Where are you from? What department do you work in? Do you like your job?" Yes, you need to show interest, but when you ask 5 questions in a row without offering any information about yourself, you turn a conversation into an interrogation. This can feel draining or even suspicious to the other person. They wonder why they are giving all the information. The fix here is to always practice the ask, share, ask method. Use the conversation to reveal a small detail about yourself, which gives the other person context and something to connect with. Let's look at 2 lines to fix the interviewer mistake. We'll focus on opening a conversation with a new colleague. Line 4. "I'm always surprised by how busy the commute is on the train. Where do you travel in from?" Here, you start by sharing your experience, the busy train, and then ask the question. This makes it feel like a shared experience, not a probe. Line 5, perfect when talking about work projects. "I hear we're working on the new Q3 project next, and I'm a little nervous about the schedule. Have you worked with that team before?" You've shared your small, safe feeling, being nervous about the schedule, making you relatable, and then you asked a useful question. The goal is balance. Don't be an interviewer, be a colleague. Moving on to our 3rd mistake, the TMI, too much information speaker. This is the opposite problem of the conversation killer. The TMI speaker shares details that are too personal, too negative, or too complicated for a short professional interaction. At the water cooler, you should never talk about major health complaints, detailed financial problems, or deep relationship conflicts. These topics require a deep level of trust that you probably haven't earned yet, and they make colleagues feel uncomfortable because they don't know how to respond appropriately. Small talk needs to stay light. The fix is simple. Stick to safe, neutral, and universally appealing topics. We have 3 lines here that are observational or relate to the shared environment. Line 6, for observation, works every time. This new coffee machine is incredible. Have you tried the latte button yet? You are commenting on a shared, positive object. It's light, friendly, and easy to respond to. Line 7 addresses the environment. Wow, it feels really cold in here today, doesn't it? I might need a scarf. Again, simple, shared experience. It's a very safe, easy opening, especially if you have nothing else to say. And line 8 uses future-focused planning. Do you have any exciting plans for the upcoming holiday break? People love talking about holidays and weekends because it's a distraction from the daily grind. It's a positive topic that maintains professional distance. If you find lessons like this useful, focused on building real-world skills and practical conversation fixes, please remember to subscribe to Pocket English Podcast. We release new lessons weekly designed to help you make English your easy daily win. Now let's tackle mistake number 4, the ghost. The ghost is someone who engages verbally but fails to engage physically or emotionally. This happens when you are listening to someone speak, but you are looking down, fidgeting, or maybe looking over their shoulder at the clock. Even if your English is perfect, if you appear distracted, you communicate that you don't care about what the other person is saying. This makes the other person feel unimportant, and yes, it can make you seem unkind or rude.
The fix is called active listening. You need to use your body language, eye contact and head nods, and your words to show you are present and absorbing the information. We have 2 short, crucial lines for this. Line 9 is a simple affirmation of their idea. Oh, that's a really great point. I hadn't considered that. This validates their contribution and shows you are processing what they said. Line 10 encourages them to continue their story or explanation. Right, I see. What happened next? This phrase shows full engagement and gives them permission to keep talking. Active listening is key to building trust in the workplace. We have covered 4 major mistakes and 10 powerful phrases. We're now down to our final and perhaps most crucial mistake. Mistake number 5 is the awkward exit. This is what happens when you decide the conversation is over and you just walk away, or you cut the person off abruptly saying something like, "I'm busy, bye." While that might be grammatically correct, it is socially damaging. It shows zero respect for the person's time or effort in chatting with you. A relationship is only successful if both people feel respected, even when the conversation ends. You need polite exit lines that affirm the connection, explain the reason for leaving, and suggest future contact. These last 2 phrases will complete your 12-line social toolkit. Line 11 is warm and direct. It was really nice catching up with you. Talk soon. This is a friendly, professional way to close the loop. It affirms the interaction is positive. And line 12 is for when you need to specifically reschedule. I need to jump into that meeting now, but let's grab coffee next week. This promises future interaction, which smooths over the transition and shows that you want to continue the relationship, just not right now. So there you have it, 5 common mistakes that make you sound unkind and 12 simple, professional lines to fix them all. Remember, we started this lesson by talking about the awkward silence in the elevator or before a meeting. When you use these 12 lines, you eliminate that panic. You transition from someone who fears small talk to someone who leads positive, friendly interactions. We have given you the exact phrases. Now the power is yours. Choose 1 or 2 of these new lines, perhaps line 3 about the big game or line 11, the polite exit, and commit to trying them in your workplace conversation tomorrow. Consistency is the secret to fluency. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and click the bell icon so you never miss another practical English lesson. Thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you next time.